days ago, he touched the wind for the first time. Now he lies in the dry grass, and one wing will not answer. Above him, the sky goes on without him. His name is Cima. Cima is a Spanish imperial eagle, young, barely into his first year, and right now, going nowhere. A wing fans the dust and folds again. An ant crosses a feather he can't be bothered to move. This is the rarest eagle in Europe. Born to one of the last great oak pastures of the south, the Dehesa. You may know this land. The same oaks where a lynx once learned to vanish, the same horizon a wolf once walked toward and never crossed. The adults wear white across their shoulders, like something earned. Cima has not earned his, only the rust-pale feathers of a bird still becoming. His eye keeps climbing to the one place his body can't follow. 2 days earlier, he had followed the warm air rising off the slope, higher than he had ever climbed. And at the edge of the field, a line of dark poles cut across the wind. To a young eagle, a perch is a perch. The tallest one wins. He never felt the current, only the ground. When the dust settled, Cima was alive, but the sky had become a place he could only look at. Then, far off, an engine, footsteps in the dry grass. The man who found him almost walked past. A shape, the exact color of the grass. Then it moved. A head turned, a dark eye, fixed and furious, refusing to look away. This is the part that is easy to misread. It does not see rescue. It sees a predator closing in. Every instinct tells it to flee, and Cima could not. The man crouched, slowly. He knew the birds of this country well enough to know what he was looking at, and to hope he was wrong. The size of it, the pale shoulders, the broken line of that wing.
Es una Imperial.
An Imperial, the rarest eagle in Europe, one bird less than a heartbeat from becoming none at all. He did not reach for it. He reached for a phone. What comes next is not the part that feels like a rescue. It is a dark crate, a drive he cannot understand, hands that meant no harm, and no way for him to know it. At the recovery center, they did the only thing that mattered first. They let him be afraid in peace. The wing was not broken. It was burned along the edge, the flight feathers seared where the current had found them. Feathers grow back. Trust does not always. For weeks, Cima ate what he was given and watched the door. He did not soften. He thanked no one. And that, though no one said it aloud, was the first good sign. Recovery is not measured in days. It is measured in distance. First, the length of a perch. Then the width of a flight pen. A long, netted run of sky, where a bird can remember what its body is for. The morning he opened both wings and held them. No one breathed. He did not fly, not yet. He dropped, caught himself, gripped the far perch and glared back, as if the whole thing had been someone else's idea. A week later, he crossed the pen in a single beat. Then he stopped landing where they expected him to. When a live lure crossed the ground beneath him, something older than fear woke in his eye. He did not need to be taught what he was. He only needed his sky returned. There comes a moment in every story like this, when the work stops and the wild has to answer for itself. They carried him back to the Dehesa, high ground, open air, a clean wind off the slope. The crate door opened, and for a few seconds, nothing. Cima stood at the threshold with the whole sky in front of him and did not move. Freedom is not a door. It is a decision a body has to make. Then he leaned into the air, the way he had 2 days before he fell, a lifetime ago, and the wind took him as if it had been waiting. The camera stayed on the ground. It always does, in the end. Higher and smaller, until he was a single dark mark against the pale Iberian sky. And then, not even that. He did not circle back. He did not look down. A wild animal owes us nothing, least of all goodbye. And that absence is the whole point. Somewhere over the southern oaks, a young eagle is learning to hold the air that was almost taken from him, by us, and given back by us. One day, he will wear white across his shoulders. None of us will be there to see it. That is how we will know it worked. The story is fictional. The wild it honors is real.